Hey, True Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It is being announced in the mainstream media that Netanyahu has won against his opponent, Isaac Herzog, winning another term as prime minister, and he won it on the back of rhetoric such as there will be no Palestinian state under his watch. You know, not the cheeriest of headlines, and it makes anyone wonder why you'd want to support such rhetoric, but that's just what they want us to know in the mainstream media. And also in the mainstream media, today, March 18th, the 77th day of the year. We know a lot about that number, don't we, Truth Seeker? It's the 77th day of the year today. CNN wants us to know 5 things to know for your new day. New, 42, day, 30, put it together, 72. Just like the word world. So almost 5 things to know for your world. You know, this is the way they want you to see the world. Let's go through the headlines. So more of this Penn State fraternity. Supposedly this fraternity posted naked images of a female. Notice their initials are KDR, which CNN has emphasized when they've shown it on TV. KDR, K's 11, D's 4, R's 18. 11 plus 4 is 15, plus 18 more is 33. Here we have a coded 33. Pennsylvania is the Keystone State. Keystone has a Pythagorean gematria of 33. They wanted us to know that the Israel elections were close. Well, now that's an old headline. But I'm starting to notice something here. The name Isaac sums to 33. The name Herzog sums to 79. Put it together, it's 112. I'm noticing that when something is paired up against 112, it usually seems to come out of that 112, that 1 plus 1 equals 2. I've noticed this in football games, other sports games, political events. I'm starting to catch on to this. When something sums up to 112, pay attention to this for those of you doing gematria. It seems like that's the thing that's going to fail. So just a little observation there. Isaac Herzog, 112. And here, my favorite story, Robert Durst. The murders go back to the year 82, 33 years earlier. Let's check out the name Durst with simple English gematria. Here it is. D is 4, U is 21, R is 18, S is 19, T is 20. Put it together, 82. The name Durst sums to 82. The name Robert is 33 with Pythagorean gematria. What do you know? Our numbers, 33, 82. We've seen a lot of that lately. 33 years since 82. Oh my goodness, this ISIS story, Truth Seeker, this just blows my mind. Notice his age is 47. He's in the Air Force. The Air Force was established in the year 47 along with the CIA, NSA. The 33rd President Truman brought it into being. Look at this guy's name. This guy that's supposedly from the Air Force was recruited into ISIS. Tayrod Nathan Webster Pugh. Put it together, it sums to 116. Flip that upside down, you got 911. On September 11th, it was Building 7 of 47 floors, each floor 47,000 square feet, that came tumbling to the ground 8 hours after Buildings 1 and 2. Still, that story is not known to most Americans. Most Americans today don't know anything about Building 7. It's been almost a full 14 years. And most Americans still don't know about the third building to fall on 9/11. And then even when you do tell them, half the time they tell you who cares anyway. But let's finish up by watching this story here. Oh, also we got Iran nukes. Iran with the gematria of 42. Ongoing nuclear weapons hoax. All by the numbers. March 31st deadline. Anyway, let's close out with this Tayrod Nathan Webster Pugh story, age 47. Look at his picture, so convenient. Uh-oh, commercials, Truth Seeker.
For allegedly trying to join ISIS, according to just unsealed court documents. Tayrod Nathan Webster Pugh.
Truth Seeker, I want to take that back. Look at this. We just showed how his name decoded to 116. Look at that right there. Coincidence? What do you think? March 16th at 3:31 p.m., huh?
Documents. Tayrod Nathan Webster Pugh, a 47-year-old former avionics instrument specialist, flew from Egypt to Turkey to attempt to enter Syria on January 10th, but Turkish authorities stopped the longtime airplane engineer when he wouldn't allow them to examine his electronics, according to the complaint. Pugh has worked on airplane maintenance for years.
Notice how so far they're giving us a story with no imagery of him at all. None of these incidents. They're just telling us a story with random imagery in the background. I see a number 84 up here. We live in 1984, Truth Seeker, a slightly different version.
The Air Force in the 1990s. Pugh received training in the installation and maintenance of aircraft engines and weapon systems. Afterward, Pugh worked as an airplane mechanic for American Airlines.
Do you notice how the news gets faker with each passing day? It's like now they don't even need an image of the person. They don't need an image. They just need words and a black spot on the screen. Unbelievable.
As well as other private aviation companies in the U.S. and the Middle East.
His experience in the private aviation sector disturbs me the most because he would have had access to private American and European-made aircraft, and he could have learned the security weak points on those aircraft, where you could stash weapons, where you could stash bombs, how you could get past security.
In the late 1990s, Pugh converted to Islam, according to the complaint. By 2001, a former colleague at American Airlines reported he made alarming remarks about Osama bin Laden, putting Pugh on the FBI's radar. After his arrest in Turkey this January, Pugh was sent back to Egypt and deported to the U.S. Here, the FBI says it found more than 100 terrorist propaganda videos, including ISIS videos of executions, and evidence of repeated internet searches for information on borders controlled by Islamic State and in charge of crossing points between Turkey and Syria.
Oh, Truth Seeker, it's so bad. Notice how they just showed Osama bin Laden. Osama bin Laden with Pythagorean gematria sums to 47, like his supposed age. And 110 was simple English gematria. Buildings 1 and 2 were 110 stories tall. Building 7 was 47 floors tall, matching the name Osama bin Laden. That's pretty much the extent of the message. You know, the 5 things CNN wanted you to know for the day were all coded with this familiar numerology and gematria. And that's what I'm trying to have everybody take away. If you haven't seen my post on CNN, it was founded by Robert Turner III. Both the names Robert and Turner have gematria of 33. His birthday has a numerology of 33. He founded it in Atlanta on the 33rd parallel, abbreviated ATL. That's 1 plus 20 plus 12 equals 33. CNN opened within months of the Georgia Guidestones, which are coming up on their 35th anniversary, March 22nd. That's pretty much it, Truth Seeker. Until next time.